I want to tell you about the house I built. In 1995, I was at the peak of my career. I decided to build the perfect home for my family. I spent 3 years obsessing over every detail: the Italian marble, the custom-made oak doors, the smart security system. I worked 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, to pay for that masterpiece. I told my wife, just a little more sacrifice, and then we will finally live. The house was finished. It was magnificent. It was a castle. But there was a silence in those hallways that no amount of money could fill. One night I came home late, as usual. The house was dark. I sat in that massive, expensive kitchen, looking at the marble countertops, and it hit me like a physical blow. I had built a palace, but I had become a stranger to the people living inside it. My children had grown up while I was at board meetings. My wife had learned to be happy without me. I had provided the shelter, but I had stolen the father and the husband. That house wasn't a home. It was a monument to my ego. I realized that my family would have been 10 times happier in a small, leaky apartment if it meant I was actually there, present, listening, laughing. Years later, when we finally moved out, I looked at those marble floors. They didn't have a single scratch because we never lived there. We just occupied the space. My friends, don't build monuments, build memories. A house is just wood and stone. A home is the sound of your kids fighting over the TV, the smell of burnt toast, and the messy, unscripted moments that happen when you aren't too busy. I spent 52 years thinking that being a provider meant giving my family things. I was wrong. Being a provider means giving them your time, because time is the only thing you can never earn back. When I look at my hands today, I don't see the deals I signed. I don't see the money I made. I see the years I lost chasing a dream that was actually a nightmare in disguise. If you are working late tonight to buy a bigger house, or a faster car, or a more expensive watch, I'm asking you to stop. Go home, hug your wife, play with your dog, read a story to your kids, because one day you'll be 75, sitting in a chair like this, and I promise you, you won't be thinking about the marble floors. You'll be thinking about the hands you didn't hold when you had the chance. Let's not waste any more time. Tell me, what is the palace you are building right now? Is it worth the price you are paying? I'm here. I'm listening. Let's be honest with each other. I am 75 years old today, and if I could go back and talk to my younger self, I wouldn't give advice. I would just give myself a hug and say, stop, you're missing it. You see, for 50 years, I lived in a future that never arrived. I was always chasing the next promotion, the bigger house, the perfect life. I thought I was building a future, but at 75, looking at the mirror, I realized I wasn't building a life. I was just ignoring the one I already had. I remember a Tuesday, maybe 20 years ago. My daughter had a small recital. I stayed at the office to finish a deal that I thought was vital for our family. I made the money, but today that company doesn't exist. That money is spent, and all I have left is the memory of her sad eyes looking for me in the crowd and finding an empty chair. I traded a moment of pure love for a piece of paper. Don't do that. Please, don't do that. And then there's the silence. In my 40s, I wanted to be important. I wanted my phone to ring constantly. Now at 75, the silence is loud. I realized I never learned how to be friends with myself. I was so busy being someone for the world that I became a stranger to the man inside the skin. To my peers watching this, do you feel it too? That quiet realization that we were just extra actors in our own movies? Tell me your story in the comments. I want to know I'm not the only one who learned this late. I had a friend. We didn't speak for 15 years because of some stupid argument about pride. I always thought, he'll call first. He's the one who's wrong. Last year he passed away. My pride didn't keep me warm that night. It just felt like a heavy stone in my chest. If there is someone you haven't called, call them. Not tomorrow. Now. At 75, life becomes very simple. It's not about the luxury cars anymore. It's about the taste of my morning coffee. It's about the way the sun hits the floor at 4 p.m. It's about being able to breathe without pain. I spent 50 years chasing shadows, thinking they were the sun. If you are watching this, you still have time. Stop running, breathe, look at the person next to you. Happiness isn't a destination. It's the dust dancing in the light right in front of you. I'm here and I'm listening. Share one thing you've learned the hard way. Let's talk. Because at this age, all we really have left is each other.